Monsieur Hollart returned to the theatre just before 7, to be told that he had had no visitors and that no one had asked after him. He went up the stairs to his office and opened the door. The room was dark. Why had no one bothered to light the lamp, he thought irritably, fumbling for the tinderbox. He stumbled, steadying himself on his desk. In the dark he could see an unfamiliar shape. "Who's there?" he called. He lit the wick. Slowly and terribly, the dead body of Topolin was revealed, sitting in his chair. Around his neck was a thin line of dried beads of blood. In his lap was the sawn-off head of the Pierrot, its glass eyes glinting in the lamplight. Monsieur Hollart's scream could be heard all the way through the theatre and out on the Rue du Temple. Jan had waited in Moet's tavern until it had grown dark. He was beginning to think that Tetu was never coming back, when, to his great relief, he saw the dwarf's small shape push and jostle its way to where he was sitting.
"Everything is arranged,"
said Tetu.
"Come, we must get out of here."
They walked down a tangle of narrow streets. "Where are we going?" asked Jan.
"To a hotel. We'll stay there for the night, and then you'll get the coach to Calais and go to London,"
said Tetu. "London?" said Jan, stunned.
"Come on, keep up."
Tetu was now walking as fast as his legs would allow him.
"The sooner we're off these streets, the better."
The entrance to the Hôtel d'Angleterre was a wooden door that opened into a courtyard. Here Tetu, as Cordell had suggested, took a room for the night. "Why are we going to London?"
"Not we, you. You are going to London. Paris is not safe. Kaliowski wants us both dead. I can disappear."
Jan started to interrupt.
Wait. Before you say anything, listen. I have a great friend, an English banker called Charles Cordell. He has agreed to send you to London and put you in the care of his partner, Henry Laxton.
"I'm not leaving you." Tetu's face looked as hard as ever Jan had seen it.
"Listen to me. You're not a baby. It will only be for a few months. You'll do this, and that is the end of it."
Jan was too exhausted to argue any more, too angry to sleep. He lay face down on the bed, furious, only to find that when he woke up it was morning. Jan sat up and said, "I still don't understand why I have to go away."
"I'm going to explain. Will you listen? Or are you going to block up your ears with anger so that you won't hear anything but your own thunder?"
Jan shrugged.
"You've often asked me about your mother, and now I will tell you,"
said Tetu.
"Your mother loved you dearly. She wanted no harm to come to you, and I promised her I would keep your gypsy origins quiet."
"Gypsy," said Jan. It was a word that had followed them wherever they went, a swear word, a figure of speech, an insult. It confirmed what he already knew, that he and Tetu were misfits, outcasts living on the edges of society. He had never imagined it to be the truth. He and Tetu spoke Romany for their own protection, Tetu had told him, because few people understood it or knew where it came from. Now he could see that these roots went far deeper than he had ever thought, and he wished with all his heart that it were not so.
"Yannick, we are an ancient and noble people," said Tetu. "Take from this what is good, and learn from it. I regret that you couldn't grow up in a gypsy world where you would have known our ways and secrets."
"I've asked you so often if we were gypsies, and you've always shrugged your shoulders and said no," said Jan.
"It was for your own safety. You know there is a price on every gypsy's head. The gallows and the huntsman's gun wait for us.
The seriousness of what Tetu was saying took away all Jan's anger. Maybe this explained why they were not like other people. Maybe it at last explained why he could read minds and see into the future. Jan sat down on the edge of the bed. Go on,